Because millions of people, right now, are walking around with a heart that is struggling, sending them messages every single day, and those messages are being ignored, not out of carelessness, but because nobody told them what to look for. Today, that changes. By the end of this video, you will know the 5 earliest warning signs that your heart may be in danger, signs that doctors say are consistently overlooked, particularly by adults over 60. Some of them will surprise you. One of them, in particular, almost nobody connects to the heart. Stay with me until the end, because that one could be the most important thing you hear today. Let's begin. Your heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. Every single day, without rest, without pause, it beats approximately 100,000 times. It pumps nearly 2,000 gallons of blood through nearly 60,000 miles of blood vessels. It delivers oxygen and nutrients to every organ, every tissue, every cell that keeps you alive and functioning. And like any engine that works that hard, it can begin to show strain before it breaks down completely. The signs are there. The body is communicating. The question is whether you know how to listen. Here is the first warning sign, and it is one of the most commonly dismissed. Unusual fatigue that does not go away with rest. Not the normal tiredness that comes from a busy day or a poor night of sleep. This is a deeper, heavier exhaustion, the kind where you wake up after a full night of sleep and still feel drained. The kind where simple tasks, getting dressed, walking to the kitchen, climbing a short flight of stairs, leave you feeling disproportionately worn out. This type of fatigue, particularly when it appears suddenly or has been gradually worsening over weeks or months, can be one of the earliest signals that your heart is not pumping efficiently. When the heart struggles to move blood effectively, your muscles and organs receive less oxygen than they need. Your body responds by conserving energy. Everything feels harder than it should. This warning sign is especially important for women over 60. Research consistently shows that women are far more likely to experience fatigue as an early cardiac symptom than men, and far more likely to attribute it to aging, stress, or other causes. If you have been feeling an unexplained, persistent exhaustion that rest does not seem to fix, please do not ignore it. Mention it to your doctor. The second warning sign: shortness of breath during activities that never used to wind you. There is a natural, gradual change in fitness that comes with aging. That is normal. But there is a difference between being slightly less fit than you were at 40 and finding yourself breathless after walking across a parking lot, climbing one flight of stairs, or doing light housework that you managed easily just a year ago. When the heart is struggling, it cannot pump blood to the lungs efficiently. Fluid can begin to back up. The lungs become less efficient at exchanging oxygen. The result is a feeling of breathlessness that seems out of proportion to the effort involved. Pay particular attention if this shortness of breath comes on suddenly, if it wakes you from sleep, or if you find yourself needing to prop yourself up with extra pillows to breathe comfortably at night. These are signs that need medical attention promptly. Not tomorrow, not next week. The third warning sign: swelling in the legs, ankles, or feet. This one surprises many people. Swollen ankles seem like a minor inconvenience, something that happens from standing too long or sitting on a long flight. And sometimes that is exactly what it is. But persistent, unexplained swelling in the lower legs and feet, especially when it appears alongside fatigue or breathlessness, can be a sign of heart failure. Not the dramatic version of heart failure that people imagine, but the gradual kind, where the heart is slowly losing its ability to pump blood forward efficiently, causing fluid to accumulate in the body's lower extremities. If you press your finger into a swollen area and the indentation remains for several seconds after you release, that is called pitting edema, and it is something your doctor needs to evaluate. Do not assume it is harmless without getting it checked. The fourth warning sign, and this is the one that almost nobody connects to the heart: jaw pain, neck discomfort, or pain in the upper back or left shoulder that comes and goes. Most people know that chest pain can signal a heart problem, but far fewer people realize that cardiac pain very often does not stay in the chest. The nerves that carry pain signals from the heart share pathways with nerves from other parts of the upper body. This is why heart-related discomfort can appear as an aching jaw, a tight neck, a sore upper back, or a heavy feeling in the left arm or shoulder. This referred pain, as doctors call it, is one of the most frequently missed warning signs of a heart attack, particularly in women and in adults over 65. Many people take pain medication for what they believe is a toothache or a stiff neck, never realizing the true source of the discomfort. If you experience unexplained pain in any of these areas, especially if it comes on during physical activity, after eating, or during emotional stress, and especially if it is accompanied by any other symptoms on this list, seek medical attention without delay. The fifth warning sign: heart palpitations or an irregular heartbeat that you feel in your chest. Most people have experienced the occasional flutter or skipped beat. Usually these are harmless and pass quickly. But if you are regularly noticing your heart racing, fluttering, pounding, or beating in an irregular pattern, particularly if it happens at rest, lasts more than a few minutes, or is accompanied by dizziness, lightheadedness, or chest discomfort, this needs to be evaluated. One of the most common and most serious causes of palpitations in older adults is atrial fibrillation, a condition where the upper chambers of the heart beat chaotically and out of sync with the lower chambers. Atrial fibrillation significantly increases the risk of stroke and heart failure. It is highly treatable when detected, but it is also frequently missed because people either do not notice the irregular rhythm or they dismiss it as nerves or anxiety. If your heart ever feels like it is racing without reason, skipping beats, or simply beating differently than normal dows, note when it happens, how long it lasts, and what you were doing. Then tell your doctor. A simple heart monitor or ECG can detect atrial fibrillation quickly and allow treatment to begin before the risk of stroke increases. Now let's bring this together. The 5 warning signs we covered today are unusual and persistent fatigue, shortness of breath from normal activities, unexplained swelling in the legs and feet, pain in the jaw, neck, back, or shoulder, and irregular heartbeat or palpitations. None of these symptoms, on their own, automatically means something is seriously wrong. Many have other explanations. But when these symptoms are new, when they are worsening, when they appear together, or when your body is simply telling you that something feels different than it used to, that message deserves attention. Do not wait for a dramatic, chest-clutching moment to take your heart health seriously. The heart almost always gives warnings first. The people who survive cardiac events and go on to live full, healthy lives are very often the ones who listened to those early signals and acted on them. One final and important point. If you or someone near you ever experiences sudden severe chest pain, pain radiating into the left arm, sudden breathlessness, cold sweats, dizziness, or a feeling that something is seriously wrong, call emergency services immediately. Do not drive yourself. Do not wait to see if it passes. Time is the single most critical factor in surviving a cardiac event. So here is my question for you today. Did any of these 5 warning signs surprise you? Have you or someone you love experienced any of these symptoms? Drop a comment below. Share your age and where you are watching from. Our community is full of people who genuinely care about each other's health, and your experience might help someone else recognize something important. If this video was useful to you, please share it with someone over 60 in your life. Share it with a spouse, a sibling, a friend. It could genuinely save a life. Your heart has been working for you every second of every day. Today, give it a little attention in return.